Hello, Sakafete. Hi, I'm Roma and welcome to my kitchen. Today we are continuing our series on retro cooking.
It is part 3 of our retro recipe series, and today we are looking at the 80s and a recipe from this cookbook, the Vogue Entertaining cookbook. And this book was published in 1988 and is full of 80s retro recipes. And what are some of your memories of the 80s?
Oh, back then we did parties every weekend. It was party. So, you know, it was a nice time.
I remember neon leg warmers.
Oh, the leg warmers, yeah.
Love those.
Oh, yeah.
So we are making a blueberry souffle. And as you know, souffles are famous for either not rising or falling, or there's something that goes wrong. So we're gonna see if our souffle works today.
Yeah, and we are doing this for the first time. So don't be surprised, wish us luck, and you know, we're gonna do our best and see if we can make it to look like the picture does in this book.
Leave a comment down below. Have you ever tried or attempted to make a souffle, and how did it go for you? So let's show you what we're gonna need for this recipe. Okay, now that we know what our ingredients are, our first step is to take the blueberries, and we are actually going to cook them down and almost make like a jam.
And it does say to just cook it, but it doesn't say to add any sugar or water. So it just says to cook it down. So that's what I'm going to do. And let's hope it works. Sometimes recipes, they forget to tell you to do certain things, but I'll see what happens.
Right, now that our blueberries are on the stove and cooking, step 2, we are actually going to combine 3/4 of a cup of milk, the flour, and 1 egg in a pot over the stove. We're going to whisk that until it is thickened.
Looks thick to me. What do you guys think? Does that look thick?
If you like this video, please leave us a like, share it, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an episode.
Okay guys, so the next step is that we're going to separate the eggs. And I'm going to let you do it because they laugh at me the way I separate eggs.
Okay, well, we have 6 eggs.
Yeah.
And we're going to separate the whites from the yolks because we have to whip the whites up to a nice meringue, and then we're going to add the yolks to our thickened flour mixture. So this is how I do it. I crack the egg and I maneuver back and forth between the 2 halves of the shell. Then I have my whites in one and my yolks in the other.
Okay, so continue.
Oh, you want me to do it?
Yeah, you're going to do that.
You have to do some too.
No.
Okay, so that didn't work out how we had planned. So pro tip number 1, you do not want any of the yolks in the whites or else it won't whip. So we're going to do that again.
And I'm letting you do all of it this time. We're going to continue. So it says to add the milk. So we're going to put the milk in to this thickened flour mixture. Then it says put the sugar. I'm going to put sugar in.
Honestly, guys, I'm a bit confused about the recipe because it's not specific enough. It doesn't say exactly what to do with the remaining milk, sugar, and berry mixture and the egg yolks. I would think it should be thicker, but it's pretty liquidy at this point.
Maybe it's gonna thicken up.
Maybe with the egg yolks?
With the egg yolk.
If you make souffles Please let us know down below. What is the proper technique? We just thought we could go by the recipe.
I think we add eggs one at a time now.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
Let's try it?
Yeah, let's try it.
Okay guys, so we're gonna try one egg at a time and see what happens. Hopefully this will thicken up. The color is so weird.
I know. Well, it's the blueberries that's giving it that purple color. So.
A melted butter.
Yeah.
I think we need to cook this a bit to thicken it. See, I don't trust the recipe now.
Okay guys, so I just turned the stove on and up to a medium, and I'm gonna see what happens. Look at that. Thicken
I
that.
think that's good.
Mm-hmm.
I think maybe we can leave it up this side
Leave it
to
up.
cool.
Yeah.
All right, guys, take a look at that.
So that's, yeah. I feel better now.
Okay, so our next step now is to whip the egg whites, and we have a little bit of salt because the recipe calls for a little bit of salt to be added to the egg whites to help it form glossy, stiff peaks. All
Let's see. Yeah. You want to try it?
Sure.
Okay. We already greased the dish that we're gonna bake it in. Now this, you can use butter or margarine, and then we're gonna put some sugar.
Yeah,
I think you just coat it with the sugar.
Yeah, we're just gonna throw the sugar in. Just toss around till it coats the whole dish. Now the recipe book did say to use individual ramekins. We are not using that. We are using one big Corningware dish. So I think I've lined it pretty well with the sugar, and the excess sugar, I'm just gonna dump it out into this bowl, and that is ready for our souffle batter. Okay, so now our final step before we put the souffle in the oven, we have to fold in the egg whites into our custard mixture. Mind you, guys, this is a gray color.
That's from the blueberries.
I was expecting more of like a purple. It is so weird looking.
That's okay, it's gonna taste delicious.
I hope so.
I hope.
Okay, so we're gonna take first a quarter of our egg whites, and we're gonna fold it in gently. Okay, and we're gonna add the rest.
Yeah.
You don't want to overmix this because you don't want those eggs to deflate.
Uh-huh.
We're gonna put the oven on at 400 degrees.
Okay, we're gonna put it in middle rack. It says the middle rack, and we'll see once it's nice and brown, if it's nice and brown, and we'll let you see it after.
Okay, so here are my thoughts thus far. The batter is a very strange color. It is not appetizing. I personally, maybe next time, would not use blueberries. I'm not
Probably
sure.
raspberries or strawberries.
Or strawberries. Would I make a souffle again? I'll have to tell you after the taste test. If I absolutely love it, sure. Right now at this point, no. I would never make one again.
Why?
It is so finicky.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work. I didn't think it was going to take this long, and the instructions in the recipe book to me weren't that clear.
Right. So we had to figure it out.
Yeah.
And I'm glad we kind of did.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah. But I don't know if I'll make it again. Like you say, I have to wait and see how it tastes.
Right.
Because if I really like it, then I'll probably make it again, the blueberry one.
Sure. So that's why we're trying it. Okay, so we took it out of the oven, and didn't rise as much as I thought it would.
It did some.
Some. The middle is still kind of sunken. Really, a souffle should rise above the container, the dish. We are going to decorate this with some powdered sugar and some blueberries.
So this is the test before it collapses.
Is that what a souffle should look like? Shouldn't it be a little bit more dense than that?
Well, let's try it and see.
Oh.
Anyway, let's see. Let's try it. You want to try it? Oh no, it's done. It's really good.
Okay, I'll try it.
It is good.
The color didn't change at all. It's still that strange gray color.
It's nice. I like it. Next time though, I'll let somebody else make it for me. It tastes like souffle.
It didn't keep its shape though. It did sink. And I don't know if souffles just do that after you take them out of the oven, or if they're supposed to keep their shape.
It didn't sink that much, but I think it's really good.
Can you describe the flavor? Because to me, the texture and the color are just not for me.
It's light, but with texture. I like the taste. I know the gray color, but I know it's blueberries, so I'm good with that.
But in the book, the picture, it is purple. So
maybe
why did ours turn out gray, bluish gray? Mom, what would you give this out of 5?
Yeah, I would say, well, I like it, so I'm gonna say I like the taste of it.
Okay.
I would say a 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give this dish a 2. It is not for me. It's just not something that I would gravitate towards. The look is probably our fault. We've never made souffle before. It doesn't taste horrible. I'm not too keen on it. So our recipe didn't quite work out, but souffles are those things that can be very finicky and hard to make. And this is our first time, so I recommend that if you are going to try a souffle, you do some research first.
I think I'll stick to my curry goat and oxtail. Thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Have yourself a great day, and until we see you again next time, God bless.